stream. It's coming on right about now, so we're back live on the stream. I wish YouTube wouldn't do that. I don't know what I got to do to prevent that, but it doesn't seem to be anything on my end. It's just YouTube messes up. Anyways, we did come to the bottom of our list, so I'm going to take a standby here. And if anybody else would like to check into the Rag Chew this evening, I did hear Gerard, so that's VE3CWR. I'll put him down. And if anybody else would like to join us this evening, now's your opportunity. This is Laird, VE3LKS.
Victor Alpha 3, Delta Charlie Echo.
They're dug up in Uxbridge. Okay, VE3CW or Gerard, VA3DCE Doug up in Uxbridge. Anybody else? Okay, nothing heard. So, gentlemen, the topic of the evening is what would you like to have as a topic for an upcoming meeting? So, if you have any ideas as to what you would like to see at an upcoming North Shore meeting, let us know. As well, guys are slowly getting back on the YouTube channel, so I'll make an announcement once everyone gets back on again too. So with that, we'll turn it over to Gerard, VE3CWR.
Okay, good evening, everyone. Yeah, I was at another meeting there, and although I didn't pay much attention to the other meeting, I had you on YouTube. And is that you making all that noise on 14074? My God, what a racket. Anyway, nothing much to add here. Just getting along and getting a lot of junk cleared up and resoldered, burning my hands mostly, but getting some stuff soldered here. I'm trying to get an old radio going, and man, the circuit boards are terrible. In the 60s, the first radios with the printed circuit boards, man. Put a drop of heat on them, they lift right off the board, and then you have to solder in some wires. Anyway, it's probably my hands. I'm not good at soldering. I can't hold it steady anymore. So anyway, back to net, VE3CWR.
Excellent, Gerard. Well, at least I'm glad you're keeping out of trouble, and at least we know your wife hasn't tossed you out. Although you could be sleeping out in the garage on a cot, I don't know, but we won't go there. But yeah, I know what you mean about soldering. My problem with soldering is seeing. I've given up. Between my hands and my eyes, they just don't coordinate on tiny things much anymore. So I have to if I'm going to solder, I have to take some deep breaths, calm down, and then try to do it. And usually after about 5 minutes, I just put my soldering iron away and get someone else to do it. Very good. Let's see, VA3DCE, Doug, any ideas for a meeting? And do you have something new up in place there?
Hi, Laird. I have no idea for a meeting, but I enjoy everything that is ever done at the meeting. I'm not sure I understand everything, but I do enjoy the presentation. I'm hoping that after our meeting on Saturday morning that they managed to put the building back on its foundation again. I enjoyed the gathering there. It was quite a change from what I usually have. Got out for a walk yesterday on the old rail trail, and I just get run over by the bicycles, but that was close sometimes. Anyway, it's been a quiet day and enjoying it immensely. Back on the different antenna now. I don't know if you noticed any difference or not, Laird, but right now I'm running 5 watts. Back to you, Laird.
Okay, 5 watts. And did you say you're on your new antenna?
That's correct. 5 watts on the new one.
Okay, very good. It's just a wee bit noisy, but I wouldn't. I mean, your audio is perfect, so we can hear you. But if you're just running 5 watts, well, that's doing a wonderful job, Doug.
Okay, there's 10 watts. Any better?
Actually, not really.
20 watts? Any difference yet?
No, because your audio is still coming through. It's just a wee bit of noise around the edge, and that just may be inherent from where you are. But maybe just slightly better there.
I know, I'm getting a lot of noise coming through on a lot of other signals coming in. Just that everybody seems to be getting in their feet are a little scratchier than normal, and it may just be I'm one of the group. Anyway, back to you there.
Yeah, it's almost like it's some sort of outside interference hitting you, because it's how can I explain it? I can't. It's almost like, but it's almost like it's picking up another noise and combining it with your signal. It's not your typical scratchiness that you would expect from a radio transmission. It's like it's picked up something else along the way and is transmitting it as well. But as I say, on 5 watts, you're totally readable, and I'd have no problem hearing you or talking to you all day long on that. Well, now, with that being said, we're down to the bottom of our list again, so I'll take another standby and see if anybody else would like to check into the COVID-19 rag chew. If so, now's your opportunity.
VA6AGM, pedestrian mobile.
F3XC,
Tag Golf.
Okay, I'll tell you what I heard. I think I heard VA6HEM Mike, VE3XEQ Christopher, and VA3AG Eldo. Anybody else? Okay, gentlemen, the topic for the evening is, what would you like to hear or see as a presentation at an upcoming amateur radio club meeting? So if you have any ideas, let us know. And if you have any presentations that you would be interested in giving, also let us know. And if not, we'll just conscript you to give something, and we'll tell you what the topic is. Hi. Let's see. We'll go back to Mike first, VA6HEM.
Good evening, Larry. VE3LKF. VA6HEM of the group here. Wonderful net. Just logged on, totally forgot about the time. I know it's 4:30. About 5:30 my time, so 7:30 yours. Oh, I'm late, better late than never. Topics for a meeting. You can almost do, if you really want to, I don't know if you've done this before. I know we've done D-Star, we've done DMR. What about HF transceivers and depending on what you want to use for. So if you want to use like HF digital, HF sideband, HF FM, how about something like that for a topic? HF HF radios, mobile or bases, and uses for them. Just a thought. Other than that, not doing too much. We'll call back to you later. VA6HM.
Very good, Mike. And if we do our next meeting as a online meeting, we could maybe even get you in to give a little PowerPoint presentation on the station there in Calgary, and give us almost like a digital tour of the place where you can maybe have some pictures and explain what everything is out there that you're privy to using. Excellent. And thanks for joining us this evening, and hope everything's going well out there. VE3XEQ Christopher, I know you're going to want to give a topic on the different flavors of ice cream that you enjoy, but what else would you like to do?
Well, Larry, I've been sitting here kind of going a little bit loony. They say you don't have to be crazy to live in this world, but it does help, I'll tell you that much. And you're asking my opinion on what's good to bring up at a meeting. Well, my idea of a good meeting is starts out with a brass bowl, two beautiful looking ladies, and a fridge full of very, very cold beer. What do you think, Larry?
Yeah, you forgot that it's amateur radio though, so we'll have to sort of put that one on the back burner, and we'll have to discuss that maybe another time for another venue. Hi. But very good. Glad. Yeah, I hear you about. You don't have to be crazy, but it sure helps. That's what's helping a lot of us get through these days right now, I think. VA3AG Aldo.
Good evening, Laird, and everyone on the repeater here. Well, I don't have a comment on the topic for tonight. But I've been busy playing lots of radio.
Good.
I've been playing with my new toys, and so that kept me pretty busy. As far as work is concerned, I just did my last shift for the weekend. I was working weekends only. So last weekend was the last weekend for us. And I'm going back on regular shifts again now. But I think I'm only going to be working 4 days a week. I don't want to work any more than that. Anyway, other than that, been playing with the new toys. Laird, go ahead.
Excellent. It's always good to be able to play with the toys, man. I know I finally found some time Saturday to actually play with one of the toys that I've been wanting to play with for a while, and that was the Nano. I played with it a bit, doing some SWR and that, but I'd never tried it with the computer. And with Joe's help, answering a few questions, I was able to get it up and running on the computer, and it sure makes a difference being able to see it on a full screen as compared to a 2.5-inch screen. And it was fun, so I enjoyed it, and I'm slowly figuring out more and more what it can do and how it operates. So yeah, I didn't get any antennas up on the weekend, although I did do some measuring, and so I will I know the dimensions of my backyard and where I want to string my end fed, at least a general idea of where I want to string my end fed. Now I just have to sort of do some calculations to see if that's going to work. And speaking of antennas, Jimmy hasn't signed on yet tonight, but Jimmy brought me up a gift to White Feather Farm this weekend. I'm just going to drop it real quick. Because I'm too cheap to buy a virtual round at Jeff's online bar and grill there on YouTube. But Jimmy brought me up an antenna, and how many of you can say that you have a personalized antenna? Well, that's not too. There we go. That's a bit better. So look at that. I got my own personalized antennas. Of course, Laird antennas are a very popular antenna on the commercial end of things, and having the name Laird, they can't be nothing but top quality. So he actually brought me 2 of them. I have that in a longer whip, so I was hoping Jimmy would be on here, but so far he's not. And I see that we've got 11 people on the YouTube channel, but I only see a couple of names showing up on a regular basis. So if you're on YouTube, I'd really appreciate it if you could just at least come on and say hi and give us your name and that. If anybody on the YouTube is interested, you can let me know if you want to be on our mailing list. I'm just going to drop it again. You can let me know if you want to be on our mailing list, and I can add you to our mailing list. Oh, there we go. Yeah, Gary Z is on there again. Good. Grant's on there. Mark and Rylan is on there. Excellent. But yeah, I can add you to our mailing list. We try not to send out too many emails a month. Matter of fact, most months it's probably just one email that announces our upcoming meeting. It includes our update news bulletin. And once in a while, if there's something special happening, we will send that out as well. But we promise not to send you emails no more than a couple times a month. Although with that being said, sometimes I send out the newsletter and I forget to attach the newsletter, so you'll get a second one that day with me reattaching the newsletter. But yeah, it's good to see everybody online. And with that, I'm going to go back up to the top to Jeffrey, VA3RTV, and you've had a lot of time to think about what you would like to present at a club meeting.
VA3WBZ.
Oh, okay. Just before we take Jeffrey, VA3WBZ, go ahead.
Yeah, just checking on that here. I'm a little bit late tonight there, as usual. Yes, William in Scarborough. You're new on the radio tonight, I guess. I usually have Laird on there tonight.
No, that's who it is. Unfortunately, William, you're stuck with me again.
That's okay. At least now I'm familiar faces. Okay. I'll go back and just wait my turn down the line there. Thank you. The H3WBZ's listening.
Okay. Well, welcome aboard, William, and glad you were able to join us this evening. And yeah, so the topic for the evening is what you would like to see at an upcoming North Shore Amateur Radio Club meeting. Our next one will probably be online again. The last one we did online using Zoom, and we sort of limited it to just North Shore members because we didn't know how the technology was going to work and how much fun it was going to be trying to coordinate everybody. But our next one will probably open it up. So, you know, guys like you and Jeff, our SWL there on YouTube, would be able to join us as well. Let's see, Jeffrey, way back up at the top. As I said the other night, I feel like the Jolly Green Giant. No, not the Jolly Green Giant, the Friendly Giant. Look up, look way up. Take it away, Jeffrey.
Yes, thank you very much, Laird. And I'd like to welcome John and my daughter, Rebecca. I just had a call from Rebecca, and I'm going to call her back after the meeting. So she's on YouTube. If either of you are able to put a little note into Laird, John, if you can do that, fine. If not, I'll talk to you after the meeting as well and tell you that you'll need to subscribe so I can help you with that. Rebecca, I think you'll be able to do that okay. Any case, now the something that's a little bit on topic here. You were talking about your Laird antenna, and that came to mind. I had a box delivered to the front door today, and it was an antenna for dual band and what have you, and the make of the antenna had Jimmy on it, and when I opened the box there was nothing inside it. So what do you think about that?
Oh mercy, that is awesome. And where's Jimmy? He's not even on tonight. Unless he's sitting on the side on YouTube, just cringing in the corner now. Oh, that's priceless. Oh, that's good. And so welcome to your daughter on YouTube, and anybody else who's on there listening to us. Glad to have you aboard. If it does freeze up, it's already frozen up once tonight. If it does freeze up, just someone will tell me, and I'll just basically dump the feed and start up a new one. So give me a couple minutes and we'll be back up and running again. But that's just sort of the byproduct of running a YouTube live stream, I guess. VA3 AMP Alex.
You just caught me with finished chewing a mouthful of venison sausage there.
Oh.
Yeah, it was good. Had sour cream to go with my potato. And I enjoyed it too. I got left over for tomorrow. Yeah, just sitting here listening to you. I enjoy listening to the Ragnet of different people in different walks of life and personalities. And yeah, I don't really have anything to add there, just sitting and listening. I'm just gonna excuse me, finish off my supper here. I just got one more slice there to chewed out, and get a drink and maybe have dessert. Back to you.
So what are you having for dessert? One of your homemade rhubarb pies?
Oh, have to take that out of the freezer. Maybe we'll have a homemade butter tart with walnuts. I made those a few weeks ago. Yeah, getting pretty good at my baking skills. Any single woman out there looking for a man that can cook, clean, and sew, I'm available.
Well, I'll put that in the next newsletter, Alex, and we'll see what we can find for you. Hi. Very good. It sounds like you're making good use of some confinement time, and that's good. Nothing wrong with having some good hard skills. I know our youngest son is home right now since school, and no one's hiring right now, so it's not like he can go out to work yet. He's been looking, but just nothing out there right now. But he's been doing a lot of cooking, so it's good that way. My wife's getting used to it, though. I don't know what's going to happen if he ever gets a job and moves out, because she'll have to start cooking again, and that's just not going to go over too well, I don't think. She's getting spoiled. VE3HIX, Bob. VE3HIX, Bob, are you still with us?
Yeah, still with you here. Nothing new to report. It's like nothing really exciting for the rest of the day. Just listening in the background here and doing some work on the desk at the same time. Was one other small thing, but nothing too great. Go back to you then, Ned.
Okay, very good, Bob. Well, we'll let you get back to your tinkering, because that usually brings good results for something or other. And maybe you can explain tomorrow night what you were tinkering with. VE3 CRU, Bill.
Okay, VE3CIU here. Many things on mind there. First, Victor Alpha 3 Delta Charlie Echo finally got a beam. I'd be interested in knowing what type of coax he's using and what length of coax it would be. But I got an email today from Victor Alpha 3 Charlie Queen King, who was in an antenna-restricted subdivision west of Toronto. I forget exactly where, to northwest towards Aurora or something. But anyway, last time he tried to get me on a 6-element beam that I made for him, he just couldn't get out of where he was. Yeah, he had no clear shot in my direction. So today he emailed me to say he's out looking for spots that have a clear horizon where he can search around and do some testing. As I say, I couldn't take the time today because I was too busy doing personal stuff. But I will report back to you on that. And I might mention that it takes 2 hours or less to build a good 6-element beam with some nice gain. So, as I say, VA3DCE, back to you, over.
Okay, yeah, I think Doug's using black coax and it's round. So, but I know I'm being a smart Alec, but we'll let him discuss that when he gets down to him. And he had the beam actually up there at White Feather showing us on the weekend, and it was quite interesting. VA3 BTQ, Jackie, and did you get the horse out today?
Hi there, everybody. Yes, I got both horses out today. Gave one a bath and didn't have time for the other one. I have something that people might be interested in with the effect of the repeater. Apparently there is some scoundrels in the area. They're stealing trucks. They're breaking into places and homes and also outbuildings and things like that. So you just might want to double check the repeater and make sure that nothing happens up there. And when you're at White Feather or anywhere in this area, as it's the Enfield area, keep your doors locked. Over.
Yeah, it's interesting that you mentioned that, Jackie, because I know Bob, he's next on the list here. IRB, Robert, they had a break-in at their Victory Garden, and a whole bunch of equipment was stolen. And that's not actually too far from the repeater either, down there on Winchester, I believe it is. So, yeah, it's too bad people do that. But yes, maybe people that, well, we know the repeater's still working at least. We don't know if the doors are wide open, but at least we know the repeater's working. But anybody going by, or if people live up in that area, if you're out and about, just take a quick look, make sure the doors are still there, and even if you have to just park at the entrance and just walk over to the building to make sure everything's locked up tight. But it'd be a hard one to get into. But thieves will stop at nothing sometimes too. But so yeah, we appreciate those words, Jackie, and we'll take that under advisement. And maybe this weekend, after after I pick up some groceries at White Feather, I'll pop up there and see what I just give it a quick once over too. VE3 IRB, Robert.
VE3 IRB, yes, Mr. Backup, with you just said there, we had a lot stolen from the community garden. Our big batteries, they took the whole box with 3 batteries in it. This wasn't somebody stopping with just a car. Took our big rototiller, a generator, riding lawnmower, a lot of stuff. You get the idea. It happened quite quickly. Obviously, they knew what they were doing. The average person wouldn't have been able to lift some of the stuff they took. They tried to get into the trailer we've got there. They failed on that, but I presume they had to quit and run. But I've heard the same thing. A lot of break-ins, a lot of stuff being stolen. They're also coming back to places for a second round. Back to you.
Yikes. Have you guys thought about putting any trail cams up there in inconspicuous spots to maybe catch people when they're coming in?
Glenn Jones' daughter had cameras on their house, and good quality cameras. They filmed somebody breaking into their car a while ago, a year ago or whatever. The police said, and there were quite distinctive markings that they could see. And the police says, "Oh, we'll never find them." Video is not terribly useful, even if you have it. You might be lucky, but really didn't help in that case. Back to you.
Yikes. Man, you would think if I guess if they're driving a stolen vehicle, it isn't going to really help that much unless you get a good picture of their face. But oh, that's too bad. Yeah, sorry to hear. I was sorry when I read that, Bob, and you guys put so much into that. Hopefully, insurance covers all that stuff, but if not, I'm sure the community will rally around you and give you some support to get it going again. VE3 VGJ Joe.
Yes, still here, Laird. Yes, that's very sorry to hear about that loss there, man. That's quite a bit of equipment loss. A couple things here was mentioned about having the fires in the backyard. I remember that as a kid back home. And you mentioned the 45 gallon barrel. Boy, we used to burn a lot of wood back there. The dad's business, a lot of scraps left over, and so he just put a good fire going out there. It's a residential area today, man. The authorities beyond in seconds. And Bob there mentioned about the screws there with the little tip inside, so you can't put a regular screwdriver or a Torex or whatever. I remember getting equipment where I used to work there. Came in with Torex, first came out those screws. No one had a screwdriver, never seen them before. Needless to say, we had a fine little hacksaw blade, and we cut slots in all the screws, and we never had a problem after that. Back to you there, Larry.
Yeah. How'd you do that without taking them out, though?
What was nice, the screws were right on the edge, exposed well, and like we said, we had this fine hacksaw blades, these really fine ones, narrow, and we just broke them off. Well, didn't break them. We used just the blade, not in the holder,
locking cabinets, often they come with those little tips inside where you put the key in the tips in. Well, they're usually very easy to break off with a screwdriver. You don't have to worry about them anymore.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they've got a good purpose somewhere along the line, but they don't want people going in there under warranty. But it makes no sense because you can usually tell if someone's gone in before the warranty is expired, anyways. But yeah, very good, Joe. And as I say, I've got a whole slew of security bits here, so chances are I hopefully would have something that could look after it. VA3 KJI Grant.
Yeah, hi Larry. Switched radio, so after 25 watts, that should be making the trip. So I don't have any new suggestions other than I'm an old new ham. Anytime we're talking about antennas or somebody suggested all the HF operating styles and their modes, I guess, it's all good. Because even as I can only speak for myself, I got a mind like what is it? We used to say you got a mind like a pencil, and everything you learn is a Cheerio. Well, eventually the Cheerios you put on one end come off the other, so it's time to reload the Cheerios. Back to you.
Excellent. Well, at least you still got Cheerios. Some of us are a few short of a load there, so they would never come off the other end. But very good, Grant. And yeah, it's. I was glad to see. I like the pictures you've been sending about the standoffs and all that stuff that you've been doing. So, yeah, every little bit helps. And I had a question for you. Your FT8. How are you doing it? Did you get the signal link, or is it built into your radio?
Yeah, I guess it's built in. I have a USB cable from. I have a serial port and a USB port on the back of the 590, so I used the USB port over the computer, and I downloaded the software from Princeton. I have no idea what I'm doing with it. I did make it. I did throw it to CQ, and a guy come back to me, so it's sort of working. But whoever come on earlier said it is a hell of a racket, so not the most pleasant thing to listen to. That's why I'm glad there's volume. Back to you, Larry.
Yeah, that was Gerard. And yeah, you can just crank down the volume and work away in complete silence, and it's nice. But it is sort of cool to watch the waterfall. And, well, that's good. I'm glad you're making connections. And you'll have to, I don't know if you've already set up an account on QRZ.com, but it's free. And you can upload your logs there, too, from the WSJ. What is it? WSJT-X software that you use to run it. So good. Glad to hear you're making some headway there. VA3 DKW, Mark and Ryland.
Hi, Larry. Actually, I have a thing for a presentation topic. I was just wondering if you would do a presentation on how you run this net and how you do the radio thing and how you keep track of all of our call signs and our names, and that's what I want to hear you guys. I want to hear you do the topic. Back to you, Larry.
Okay, very good. I could definitely do a little presentation on that. It was a lot to set up, but once you've done it a few times, it's quite easy. The hardest part is just keeping my eye on YouTube. So right now I added a second monitor, so it's a lot easier. Before I was looking over here the whole time, so you were seeing the side of my head. But now I've put a second monitor in here, and I put the webcam up there. That I borrowed from Darren, I think about 6 weeks ago. So I need to. That I borrowed from Darren, I think about 6 weeks ago. So I need to. I'll either need to buy it from him or get it back to him some point. But yeah, it's fun, and it's getting easier every night. So but I can explain the technology that I'm using and how I'm keeping track of who's been signed in and what order, etc., etc. Basically, it's like an Excel spreadsheet, but it's nice. So I can do that. So I'll add that to the list, and we'll take that under advisement. Oh, and did you get the email about the organ music I sent you?
Yeah, she got that, and I'm pretty sure I enjoyed that a lot. And I did, and I sat on my trampoline and just watched it for like, I don't know, a couple minutes. Back to
Awesome. The joys of technology, sitting on your trampoline outside listening to organ music. That's amazing. Steve, VA3 TPS.
Okay, Larry, very good. You've got another great drag deck going there. Lots of great information. Maybe a little more information on those nano things that you guys bought would be nice to see how they work. A little demo type thing, installation. So I don't know if I buy one right now because I've already got a good analyzer, but it's sometimes good to have a backup. But other than that, not so much there. So it's 7.3, sounds great. And I wish everybody a good night. And we should catch you here tomorrow. VE3 LKS, VA3 TPS here of Menlo Falls. We'll be listening to the.
Okay, excellent, Steve. Yeah, we've had a couple of requests already for Nano, so we'll add another check mark there. So that's definitely going to be one that we'll do in the future, in the near future probably. And yeah, they're quite fun to play with. And as I was having a bit of a problem with mine on the weekend, and I texted Joe, and then he texted back, and then I replied to him. I said, "Well, I finally just got upset, and I turned it off and turned it back on, and the thing worked." And then I jokingly says, these $70 pieces of junk, hi. But what it can do for $70 is just totally amazing. Let me see, Scotty, VE3 RPN.
VE3 LKS, VE3 RPN. I grabbed one of my 4 mics that wasn't the right one. Now we're okay. Yeah, very good. Enjoyed the net as usual. And I can't say any good topics. There's something I might bring to show the guys, but probably better to bring it when we're back, so it could be a hands-on thing and they can see the leather that came in and all that. Anyways, from my stepfather-in-law, KD5 BPY. Yeah, great net. Great, yeah, I said it again. Rag. Have a good night there. Good job there, Larry. Good night, everybody. Have a safe week, I guess. We'll catch you tomorrow night. I got to get in line and mother a milkshake again. Bye. For you, net control, VE3 RPM.
Scotty, I think you need to start sending your wife out for some of these milkshakes, because you're going to be gaining a lot of weight buying her a milkshake every night. Because I know when you buy her one, you buy yourself one too. So you just got to watch it there, buddy. VE3 KZT, John.
Good evening, all again on net. I have nothing to add, young fella, and it looks like it's 10 after 8, so we're just going to say 73 is well done again, and look forward to seeing you fellows tomorrow. I was going to ask one other thing. Did Cam check in tonight?
No, not yet. Although we've got, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4. I think we got about 6 or 7 more people on the list here. And then I will take another round for check-in. So maybe he's sandbagging on the side, or and he'll jump in then, or maybe he just too tired and maybe he headed off to bed early. But if you want, you can I can put out a call right now if you need him.
Excuse me, I just wait till after the net, and I'll just shout.
Okay, very good. And how's that ATAS doing? Have you had it out working HF?
Yes, sir. I've had it on working HF. It's working. I went down to the lake a couple of times. I thought it'd be a little better at the lake, but it's actually not much better at the lake than here in front of the house. Yes, everything's working good. Thank you, sir, and thank you to HIX. So, working good. Have 3 guys. See you tomorrow night.
Okay, very good, John. Well, thanks for joining us this evening, and I'm glad that antenna is working out for you. VE3 PWJ, Peter.
Another great net there, just always. Just trying to think. I'll see if I can think up something more for a topic for your net here. Trying to think of a few tonight, but I haven't come up with one yet. But I'll see if I can do something for tomorrow night. So anyway, I'll say the best 7-3s from here, and have a good rest of the evening there. And we'll find how many beans for the pot.
Well, let's see. We're up to 19 on the radio, and there's 3 others on YouTube. So we're up standing in the middle of the road. Enough. You should have.
These are the ones.
Oh, that's too bad. Joe just reported that the video stopped. Can you guys, because we're almost at the end, we've only... Okay, nothing heard from Mike. VE3XCQ, Christopher.
Yeah, okay, Larry. I'm sorry you wouldn't pick me up. I heard you increase your thing about everybody talk about places being broken into. They repeat this over and over and over. That's why I always refer to it. It's the ant farm syndrome. Good night, everybody. 7-3 and
Analogy with the ants. A burger, a hot BA3A.
So, talk to you.
Well, tell your wife to leave a...
That military generator I took it apart on the weekend, and the generator itself.
Just for since home on the weekend, anyways. Right now, if it comes around the third weekend, you could throw up a couple of pictures and share them with us on line there. So that'd be awesome. Yeah, really cool story behind that. Throw up a couple of pictures and share them with us on online there. So that'd be awesome. Yeah, really cool story behind that as well. So it'd be interesting to see that and actually hear it. Oh, so she's just coming into me direct. Okay, well, very good, Wendy. Well, you got a beautiful signal coming into me, and we will get that rectified about coming into the repeater. May just need to be a little setting on your radio we adjust.